Why, hello dear viewer and welcome back to a new episode of Deep Talk Protarian. As you, might or might not hear, I have a new microphone. Yes, I've got a new microphone. It's a Tonor Q9. I'll probably just put a link in the description or an image on the screen or something. You'll probably just see it. I'll do it in post-editing. And yeah, I kind of thought, my old microphone's kind of bad. It's, some people told me in the comments, some more friendly, others, well, not so much. But most people let me know, hey, you definitely need a new microphone. And I was like, yep, you're probably right. And so I got a new microphone, and yeah, that's my origin story. I'm the guy who got a new microphone. It looks pretty cool. It's got a few things which are pretty nice. You'll probably notice it maybe by my voice. Maybe you don't. Maybe you'll say, you don't sound any different at all, you stupid bugger. And I'll say, wow, then I just wasted 70 euros for your pleasure. But I mean, hey, one has to do what one has to do, right? So today's topic is Silksong demo. Ooh boy, yeah. People being like, nah, you can't review a demo, you just can't do it. It's not possible, it shouldn't be possible, it should be illegal. And I'm answering them, that's true. I do also think that reviewing a demo which is unfinished should be, well, at least kind of diminished, because I mean, you're not really reviewing finished content. You're not giving the creator a chance to improve, or chance to improve upon his work. And that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I see that assessment as something which is fair and justifiable. But notice that I don't really care, and this video still exists, so whatever consciousness conjured up that question in my mind has obviously failed in, well, convincing me that I should stop recording right now and instead do something else. And so, my dearest viewer, let me take you on a journey to 2 years ago, the magical year of 2018. Now, many of you might be sighing in relief and thinking about the good old days of 2 years ago when there wasn't any riots and, Corona and nearly the Third World War and death and rape and whatever it is you were doing in 2018, even though 2018 still had some pretty horrible events probably. And so I don't want to take you to these negative thoughts, but let me just take you back to the year 2018. Let's do a quick time travel. Let's take a look at Gamescom. Now, you might have heard of Gamescom, you might have not, because it's in Germany, it's in Cologne. So some of you might have been like, oh yeah, that I recognize that, and others might not. Gamescom is a big gaming convention in Germany, in Cologne, also known as Köln in Deutschland. In basically German, what I just said. But I mean, whatever, you don't probably care. And I was there with a few of my friends, free to be exactly, but I mean, that's not really important to the story at hand. And I didn't know what to do really. I was 16 years old, I think, or 17. No, I think it was 16. And so I couldn't play any of the 18 plus games, so I was kind of fucking screwed. And then I just wandered about the plains with one of my friends. The other two, I think, went to the Doom stand or something. It was really stupid. They sat there for like 4 hours or 5 hours. It was so boring for them. Stupid. But I mean, hey, what did you gotta do, huh? If you want to do something, you gotta do it. And so I came back to the Nintendo booths and looked around a bit, was just casually walking around. I had already played Silksong and, well, not Silksong, I'd already played Hollow Knight. Kind of spoiled the story here, but whatever. Yep, that's it. I saw a Silksong booth, and there were a lot of people in front of it, I think like 6 or 5, which might not sound like that much, but every one of them got a chance to play 15 minutes, and it's in context, it's definitely a long time. I think it might have even been more than 6, whatever. And so I told my friend, here you have some €5. Take yourself a drink, go enjoy Monster Hunter or whatever you do, and leave me the hell alone for the rest of the day. My friend looked at me and said, Jesus Christ, are you a fucking idiot? You're not going to sit here for like 3 hours waiting for one stupid game or demo. And I said, I put my hand on his shoulder and said, yes. And then he just strolled off into the masses, and I sat there on the floor for 3 hours waiting to play Silksong. And so I did. I had my 15 minutes time. I came to the booth. It was like a Nintendo Pro controller. The guy handed it to me and said, which level do you want to play? I could choose between Deep Docks and Moss Grotto, because these were the only two ones available, and I said Deep Docks because the guys in front of me had played Deep Docks, and I know that might have been a stupid reason. Why didn't you take Moss Grotto? It could have changed your life, maybe, and I suppose that's probably true. But I just was really interested in Deep Docks, and that's also where my name came from. That I played this the first thing I played in Silksong, or well, the demo, and so this is where my name comes from, whatever. Now you know the origin story of my name. And so I sat there, or stood there more accurately, played for 50 minutes, and other people watched me, and that was basically it. But now let's turn to the experience I had at hand playing Silksong. Silksong is a fast game. That's the first thing you're going to notice when you pick up that controller and start moving Hornet. She is fast, a lot faster, and a lot more agile and mobile than the Knight. It's probably really the actual first thing you're going to notice when you control her. Or well, you maybe notice the beautiful cutscenes, the excellent score, maybe a few lore tidbits or something, but nah, when you first play, you're going to realize that she's fast. You also notice that she attacks really fast, she's a lot more agile, has a lot more things to do basically, and she's also a lot, I think she's kind of a pleasant character to look at, not like stupid waifu people in the fandom, no, I mean like, she's got a pretty good design, and a pretty good design to, play with her basically, not in a weird way. Please stop doing that. I'm looking at you, DeviantArt people. So basically, I just went through the Deep Docks, I rushed a bit around, I saw the people before me, they had gotten the key and stuff to the boss fight, to Lace, and I wanted to do that as well, and so sadly I didn't got to visit a lot of rooms. I could have explored a lot more than I did in the end, but basically I rushed to the key, and just admired I think I stood there like 2 minutes or something, just admiring the area and stuff, and the enemies and the design and stuff. That was basically one of the things I did. But I head off to the top, I think, to the latest boss fight. I opened the gate, and that was basically the biggest experience I had. I think that made up like 75% of my time playing the demo, the boss fight with Lace, because in the end I only managed it in the third try. So basically I failed a lot. I was pretty bad, and she's a hard boss. People look at her like, oh, that looks pretty easy. You just dodge in that moment and then do something else in that moment and then attack at that moment when she's pausing. That doesn't seem that bad. And yeah, I guess that's a fair assessment when you look at it like that way, just looking at a basic YouTube video or something. But I mean, fighting her in real life, like when you're actually holding the controller and playing the game, that's another bread of toast, my friend. Bread of toast, butt of toast, whatever. It's a lot more harder, and she's a lot faster and a lot quicker than you expect her to be. You expect her to be you expect to be a lot more prepared once you see her in like the arena and stuff, and you're like, this can't be that bad, but it is. Oh dear Lord, it is. It's so hard. She kicked my ass about 2 times completely, and then on the third try, I think like with 1 or 2 lives left or something, or masks or whatever you want to call it, I think I kind of managed to finally diminish her into the realm of non-existence, or well, she fled, I think, but whatever. And then as soon as I wanted to enter the song shrine or whatever it is, the wild song shrine, they took the controller away from me and gave it to the person behind me. Then I said, no, you're not going to do this a second time. It's going to take way too long, and you've missed your friends for way too long, and they're probably doing awesome stuff while you're just sitting here wanting to play one demo game, which is totally justifiable in my position, because I mean, it's Silksong. You gotta do something, right? But I mean, my friends were probably kind of pissed that I just destined them to do something else while I was playing the greatest demo of my life. So that's basically my feature of the demo. So let me review some stuff. Music, well done, excellent score. Controls, wow, I never played with a Nintendo Pro controller, not PlayStation Pro controller. I never played with a Nintendo Pro controller or Switch Pro controller, whatever you call it. It's quite a turn, but it's manageable. Especially when you play with Xbox on a controller, it's kind of manageable. You should probably do it. Design, excellent, nothing to complain. Animation style, anything basically. No, that's visuals is just 10 out of 10. Looked even fantastic in the demo. Game design and area placement is a bit off sometimes. There were a few rooms where I felt like, that looks a bit weird, or that looks unfinished, or there could be a lot more in that area, or I don't know if the enemy placement is that perfect. But I mean, it's hiccups, you know. I think out of the two areas presented in the demo, Moss Grotto or Deep Docks, Deep Docks was a lot more unfinished than Moss Grotto was. So that's kind of understandable. I'm not criticizing that really. And so, what else is there to say? I think the boss fight was pretty awesome. It was really fun and challenging, and it kind of felt like I played Hollow Knight for the first time again, where I had like bosses I didn't really know, and I had to learn their movesets and really attack in specific points and not just run in wildly and swing my thing around. That sounded a bit weird, but I mean, whatever. And just die then the entire time. I had to think, I had to remember the moves, use my soul correctly, or well, in this case, Silk correctly, not song. It's called Silksong, but you don't use song. Or well, maybe use it as a game feature sometime later on. And it was really a good experience, and I can only hope that some of you people have also played the demo. If you didn't, then I laugh at you and you cry. But for all the people who did, you can probably gather or well relate to my experience and the way you felt this game played and how it looked and sounded and all of that. And so I hope this little video gives you a bit of an insight of my private life and also how I experienced the demo. And we'll speak soon, Divya. Farewell!